welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing fine and keeping it safe from wherever you are. My name is Maggie Hanari and here is all about mental health awareness on issues that affect us on a daily basis, like relationships, family issues, sex, finances, career, you just name it. Anything that has effect on your mental health, then this is a platform to be. So if you're new here, welcome. I post videos weekly and be sure to subscribe, share your comment, and share this video also with your friends. And you're welcome here. We really love visitors, and don't be scared of sharing your opinion. There is no judgment here. It's just about being vulnerable. So on today's videos, we're going to talk about things that we need to normalize, especially in our 20s. No, that is a threshold of life. Things we need to normalize, and I have my card list here that I'm going to make a reference as we talk about this. Yeah, so number one is just setting out boundaries. I think this is something that most of us struggle with because we are scared of disappointing people. We are scared of disappointing our friends or not meeting the expectations, and in the long run we end up drained or stressed. So and when it comes to setting out boundaries, it can be in terms of career, relationships, family, and setting out boundaries means saying no to some things. You know, so sometimes we always want to be there for people. When they say this, we always want to rush there so that they do not get annoyed. But for me, I have also learned the power of saying no. I used to be a people pleaser. I can call it like that way, because you want always to be available for them. You want always for them to call you a good person, and in the long run you are drained. And if they don't meet that expectation that you have, then you start getting angry with them. So just learning to set boundaries in terms of your career, in terms of your relationship, in terms of career-wise, just knowing that what you can take. For example, here when I am an influencer here. This is my YouTube channel, and it's all about mental health awareness. You cannot come here with your brand where it promotes drugs and then you want me to promote it. I can't. So that is my boundary as an influencer. Another thing is that you just know the type of ads you will allow in your channel. That is setting boundaries that makes your brand be respected and people know what you stand for. Another thing, when it comes to relationships, what do you stand for as a person? Like for me, I stand for purity. And how do we set these boundaries? Because I cannot tell my partner that, babe, I am standing I don't want to have sex before marriage, yet I am the one person that we keep on staying indoors, we stay together, you're doing things that can lead to that sex. So setting your boundaries, knowing that if you can meet outdoor, and also making people aware that you guys have decided to stay have decided to stay in purity, so that at least you can be accountable to them. Just reminding, if it's maybe your parents or maybe you are maybe you are your spiritual leader at church or wherever, so, or your mentor, so that being accountable. So it's so important to set boundaries in relationship. What do you stand for? If you stand for, for me, that is for me, it's purity. Another thing is just having somebody that can support you and knowing how much you can support them, whether finances, whether in terms of goals. At least whatever your decision may be, don't allow it to like drain you to an extent where you feel like you're giving too much. You know, I believe that in relationships, it's not about taking but also giving, but knowing how much am I able to give, so that we don't have issues with my partner. Or what you like for some people are feminine, they prefer that their partners help them with house chores. Some people are okay doing with them. You just let your partner know, these are my boundaries. I don't like you having so many female friends. I don't like seeing you doing this and that. Just letting them know. And what I've come to learn, you know, nowadays, I don't know what is happening to dating or relationships, because you find that we start dating and then after some few months, I start telling you, no, you know what, babe, I stand for this, I don't like this. You know, we don't create that platform where we talk first before we date. We skip this phase of a relationship where we just rush into a relationship instead of first communicating, like, this is what I stand for. Do you agree with? If yes, we can go, and if no, then we can go separate ways. But once we skip this phase, it starts bringing out conflict. You find people like, like for me, in my previous relationship, I never say that I stand for purity. You see, it started bringing a lot of, you're having conflicts because you already started what you have started, and now you're coming to tell us that you are standing for purity. It doesn't make sense at all. So people skip this phase a lot. People rush into things like the first date, man, you're sleeping together, you don't communicate, and then you start saying that people are toxic. Nobody's toxic. So you just have to set your boundaries, make them known to your partner as early as possible before things get deeper. When you let things get deeper, that is when we start having toxic relationships. You are just stuck there, you don't want to leave because you never communicated. For me, communication is key. And if we could have communicated earlier, then some of these issues that we normally have in a relationship will not be there. So make sure you communicate to your partner, tell them what you stand for, tell them what you believe in before you get things to the next step, so that at least we can avoid some of these things that we go through. And then when it also comes to family, we have those family members, like we as young, like my mom, I can have that my auntie telling me that I have to take care of his kiddos, he's going somewhere, she's going somewhere, and I know very well I don't want to. I have also other commitments to make. So people may take advantage of you. Yes, it's good to help. I'm not telling you not to help your family members, but know when to say no. Because people feel so much entitled to you, especially when you're a young person or somebody has helped you, maybe pay your fees, maybe that person is accommodating you. They feel so much entitled to you. So make sure, and again we say communication is key. Make sure you tell them, no, I cannot be able to do this because of this and this. Let them get annoyed, but at the end of the day, they know what you stand for. Because what is the essence of you agreeing to do something and you know very well that you're not comfortable doing it? So let us learn to communicate to these family members. Tell them, no, I cannot be able to look for you after your kids because I have this and this that I have to do. I also need rest. Even if I don't have anything to do, I need my alone time. I have a life to live. So communicate to your parents. Tell them, mommy, daddy, this is what I want to do in terms of career-wise. I am so grateful that you took me this far. I'm so grateful that you want me to be a doctor, but I am passionate about doing this and this. So will you please allow me? And then learning to follow your dreams. Communicate to them, mommy, I don't like you shouting at me. Daddy, auntie, just learn how you can communicate to them. Different people, there are different ways to communicate to them. Now that they are your family members, you basically know how all of them will react. And trust me, one thing, when you start setting boundaries, you begin to lose people. You lose friends, man, because that's when you know who are the real people in your life. Some friends will just go, you don't want to do this for me, they go. They're just there to use you. So learn to set boundaries. Don't be scared to lose people. Remember, whatever is for you will always be for you. So don't be scared of setting boundaries. Yeah. Number 2, it's okay not having it all together. We need to normalize not having it all together. We feel like we need to have 100%. Like for me, as a young person, I can say that my parents are supportive. They give me food, they give me these things, but I don't have a stable relationship when it comes to men. So we need to normalize not having it all together. This is life. You cannot have it 100%. And the moment we have it 100%, we begin to lose, we begin to lose that zeal for life. For me, I feel like these struggles, they kind of make life become sweet. Sometimes you struggle and then they become stories. It makes life sweet. But when you want to have it all together at the same time, we become so stressed. Like for me, I can say that right now that I'm done with school, and then I start wanting, I have done with school. Yes, I want a job. I want to have my own house. I want to pay my own bills. We are rushing things, and when we rush things, it can really affect our mental health. So let's normalize having that gratitude. It's okay. Yes, we don't have a fancy house, but at least I have a home to sleep. Yes, my parents did not take me to the best school, but at least I have a place, I have a school, I have education. So when we normalize these small things, not having it all together, I believe that life is going to be beautiful. A lot of stress is going to to be released away from us. So another thing is to learn to affirm yourself. I have had this 1,001 times in different videos on YouTube. I was wondering, I found myself, what is that? But I came to realize I always do that. Sometimes when I'm so scared of doing something or things are so tough on me, I can just go to the mirror and just look at myself. I'm just telling myself, Maggie, you're gorgeous, you can do this, you got this, God loves you. And it's crazy, but just learn to affirm yourself. Be your own best friend. Always learn to speak positive about yourself. Some people may call it bragging, but no, you have to be your number one best friend, because there is no way you can be saying that I am me, I'm always stressed out, me, I'm this, me, I don't like this. Learn to be your own best friend. Don't wait for people to tell you who you are. Tell yourself you're beautiful, tell yourself you're worthy, tell yourself you're made of greatness. No, that positive feeling, it ignites some energy in you, and then you find yourself doing the things that you love the most. So don't wait for anyone to come and tell you who you are. Affirming yourself helps you know who you are, so that even when negativity comes, you just know, no, this is not me. And then you should normalize to say I feel, not I am. I cannot say I am lazy. We say I feel lazy. No, don't give yourself title. Just, we assume that these are feelings, these are moments that are going, I feel this, but I can do this. So learn every day to affirm yourself, and always remember the milestone. Yes, you have not achieved what you want, but when you look back, you have tried. Like for me, I can say, for example, if I struggle in a relationship, I can tell myself, yes, as much as I can say I don't like losing relationships, but at least that willingness, that ability, that move to get out of it, that is something that I should be proud of. It was toxic, but I didn't stay there. Yes, today I woke up feeling lazy, but I was able to do 1, 2, 3. I was able to do the house chores. I was able to call a friend. So learn to affirm yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Remember, you have only you and you and yourself alone. When you go to bed, it's just you and your pillow. As much as we can hang out, we can laugh, we can take pictures, have a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, remember, you are just you and you alone. So be your best friend. Don't be so hard on yourself. Love yourself, and believe me, all those things that you always wanted will follow you. And then another thing is taking risks. I know you are so scared of taking risks, and when it comes to risk, not only in business, but just setting boundaries is a risk, because you risk losing friends, you risk losing your loved ones. So take risk, do what you want in life. I'm not telling anybody to quit that job. Just take risk when it comes to your passion, not just anything, any risk, but posit something that you know it's going to award you. You know, when it comes to taking risk, we don't always feel like I've made the right choice. Sometimes I've always asked myself, man, am I doing the right choice? Me sitting here creating this YouTube, just sharing my experience, being vulnerable, am I doing the right thing? But it's a risk by itself. I am risking having to sit here, share my experience, share my emotions, become vulnerable to you guys. It's a risk that I'm taking, because somebody can use it against me. So learn to take risks. We only have one life. You know, in heaven, it's all about praises. So here you are on earth. Make sure, as when you're a young person, take risk, try that business, let it fail, again try another one, let it fail, try that friendship, try that relationship, let it fail, and then you begin another one. Never be so scared of taking risk, because it's never that serious. And in fact, even if it fails, at least it's a lesson. You know, you're told you never lose money, you pay for lesson. Another thing is gratitude. I can say that gratitude is so important. It can just help weigh your stress down, because you know, being grateful for the little things that we get, like ability to breathe, ability to walk, our parents, our friends. So just learn to have gratitude. Yes, you do not have it all together, but just saying thank you keeps you moving. Like for me, those tough moments that, you know, those moments when you feel like you're so down, you feel like things are not working out for you, and then I remember where I was like in 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and then I just feel like, man, that was God. So when you have that list of gratitude, it makes you like enjoy life. It makes you know that even if right now things are not working, but in future everything is gonna be okay. So learn to be grateful for the little things. And I can say, like, right, for me right now, I'm learning to be grateful when it comes to people. You know, when somebody was good to you and the moment you guys are no longer friends or things are not working out, we tend to cancel all the good things they have done. So for me, I told myself, even if the friendships or whatever, the relationship never worked to these people, I just want to have gratitude. Instead of seeing them as enemies, I just want to remember the good things that they did, because they were once a hero in my life. They once made me feel like life is good. They once made me feel like I just want to keep on moving. So there is no reason for me to see them as enemies. And as I had mentioned in my first video, where I really struggle with, let's say, hate, where I just hold someone. So the best way not to hold people is just having gratitude. The friendship never worked, but at least I was able to gain this and this, and at last it was extreme toxic. So let us learn to be grateful for the little things. Yes, I'm not where I want to be, but at least I have a roof on my head. I have that job, even if it cannot sustain me and my whole family, but at least I have something to be grateful for. There are a lot of people out here struggling. You can listen to their story and know that, man, you're going through nothing. So let us learn to be grateful. Let us just wake up and just tell God, thank you for this day. Let us learn to appreciate our parents. They put so much effort. As long as they are alive, just let us learn to appreciate them. Appreciate our friends. We only know the importance of something once we have lost it. So appreciate that school that you are in. Appreciate that job. Appreciate that friendship. Appreciate your family. And trust me, things gonna turn out okay. Another thing is, it's okay not to fit in. There are times that I used to struggle, like you feel like you're so different, especially when you are an introvert and you don't know. So you feel like, why am I not like so down to earth, so happy like the other people are, just having to socialize with everybody, talking without like being shy. And then I came to learn that you are unique. There is a reason why you are unique. So learn to know who you are, what are your boundaries, and it's okay not to fit in. Sometimes you can be good friends, but as life goes on, we start taking different paths, which is okay. Don't force yourself to fit when you no longer cannot fit. So guard your peace. Make sure you stay where you fit. Again, not in your comfort zone, but at least somewhere where you don't feel like you're diminished. Hang out with people that make you feel they bring out life in you, they bring out the goodness in you. So don't force yourself to be somewhere where you want to do things that you're not yourself, so that you can please them. So just learn who you are, learn your character, learn your personality, and just know where you fit and just be there. And and then allow yourself to feel. Like, sometimes we deny ourselves feelings. For example, when you're a Christian, maybe somebody has done something wrong to you. You just feel like you hate this person, you're so angry with them, and then you remember that I'm not supposed to feel this because I'm a Christian. No, my parents never raised me like this. Allow yourself to feel. When you allow yourself to feel, you begin to heal. For me, I had to hide a lot of things that I was not really proud of. I had to hide a lot of feelings, a lot of fears. But the moment I allowed myself to feel fear, I allowed myself to be angry, I allowed myself to hate, that is when I felt that it released me. And when you allow yourself to feel, you tend to learn some things about yourself that you never know. You tend to solve a lot of issues. So don't never ever sabotage your feelings. Always allow yourself to feel. Remember, it's just a bad moment, it shall go, and you're learning. So do not make an effort of trying to ignore your feelings. Allow yourself to feel sad, allow yourself to cry, and trust me, that is healing. Trust me, those are lessons. You're moving on, and it's good for your mental health. When you ignore things, you sweep them under the carpet, they begin to pile up, and they pile up, you start exploding. You don't know why even you're acting that way. So allow yourself to feel, and make sure you communicate to your feelings to your loved ones or whoever it may concern. Another thing is that applaud yourself. I can say that we really need to celebrate small wins. For me, I can celebrate that I went to college, now I am done. So that is something that I need to celebrate. Having to wake up every morning, dealing with those tons and tons of assignments, that commitment to attend classes, do the exams and everything. That is something that I need to applaud myself. Tomorrow is never promised. So why should I wait for myself to become that woman of influence, to become that tycoon, or that my business to excel, so that I can applaud myself? Celebrating small wins, it really it really impacts you with positivity. You feel like you're moving forward. So learn to celebrate these little things. Yesterday, I was not able to wake up early and make my bed, but today I have woken up early, I've made my bed, I have done this. That is a thumbs up for me. Applaud yourself, motivate yourself. Don't wait for anybody to come from anywhere just randomly to come and applaud you. Always motivate yourself. Celebrate these small wins. These small wins makes you want to go higher. So, and tomorrow, as I've said, it's never promised. What if you die today? You never applauded yourself. Make sure you are your biggest fan. Make sure you love your work. Make sure you appreciate even the little things that you can be able to do, like helping a stranger, helping a friend. Applaud yourself. It's never that serious. It's never that big. So normalize applauding yourself. Yeah, I'm so sorry guys. I forgive the background noise. I know I've rambled a lot, but I hope my message has been able to communicate to you effectively, and I hope that you can be able to take something out of it and just do it your way. So those were my 9 ways of the 9 things that you need to normalize from my own experience that I've seen people. So let's learn to normalize. So for you, what have you learned to normalize? What is it for you? Please share your comments, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and yeah, God will bless you. So for today, that is all for today, and I hope to see you next week with another video. So again, stay beautiful, stay content, and remember, it's never that serious. Do things your way. And as I said earlier, I am not a psychologist. I'm not a profession, but I'm just here to share my experience, just as you can share your experience. So just take what is good for you and leave that is not good for you. So make sure you keep your comments positive, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.